Here, we'll add some decorative effects to our drawing by creating dashed lines and adding arrowheads to paths. So in the Layers panel, I'm going to click the visibility icon on the background layer to show that. That's looking very nice there. And I'll hide the plant's template layer. So we're going to add some decorative effects to some of these strokes down here in the water. And I'm going to select one of the lines. This one here, right below the swan. I'll hold down the Shift key and select the other one at the very bottom. Close the Layers panel, open up the Properties panel, and I'll click the word Stroke to open up the Stroke panel. Just so I can see what I'm doing for right now, I'm going to increase the weight to 10 points. I'll click the dashed line box, and we can see now that the line is dashed. In the first dash line value, I'm going to enter 150 points. And in the first gap value, I'm going to enter 30. There are lots of options. You can play around with those. And in the Align area, I'm going to align the dashes to corners and path ends. And then finally, I'll change the stroke weight back to 1. I just increased the stroke weight so I could see what I was doing there. So I'll deselect those paths. And now we'll add some arrowheads to the stems of these plant forms. So I'm going to select one of those stems, hold down Shift, and select the other two. I'll open up the Stroke panel. And in the arrowheads area, I want to choose the arrow 13 from the menu on the right, which puts the arrowheads at the end point of a path. And those top areas are the end point. You can see we got lots of different types of arrowheads. I'll choose 13. You can see that those little arrowheads were added there to give a little bit more dimension and realism to the plant. They're a little bit small, so in the scale area, I'm going to increase it from 100% to 120. And that made them a little bit larger. So that looks a little bit more like the plant form should. I'll close that panel, and I think I need to finesse those leaves a little bit and move them up towards the end of the stalks so that those arrowheads aren't projecting above them. So there's a little way to dress up the strokes here and add some decorative effects to our drawing. And you can see down at the bottom those dashed lines create a little more interesting water pattern.